what we're going to do is I'm going to save this Science Junior for the surface. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Fine. That's no problem. Let's get ready to make our burn. It's these little details that I always forget about. A node is coming up quite soon. Just do it. This little pew-pew engine right here. Alright, we got a periapsis of 16. Let's just bring that down. Bring it to 9 and see what happens. Let's see, although could we do, let's see, surface. Yeah, this will actually tell us where we are. Surface, here we are. Situation in space low, no way. Son of a gun. Alright, we actually don't need to go that low. For some reason, I just could have sworn that, like, low Minmus orbit was like 9. Jeez. Alright, well, we'll just have to boost that back up a little bit. So we'll do that thingamabob there, and we'll do this thingamabob here. Actually, no we won't. We're going to leave that for the surface. That's what we'll do. Oh, look at how cool. It's got that greenish tint. EVA from the Midlands. Board. Temp scan. There we go. And barometric pressure. Keep it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and do EVA to each of the biomes, but again, first I'm going to just boost us out of this suicide orbit that we're in right now. Eh. There we go. $13, $16. I'll have to come back and adjust it a little more, but 20 is good. We'll do like a 20 by 20. It's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to run around all the different biomes and collect all the different science. Lesser flats. Got it. So we just need highlands and some of the other flats. We have completed the contract. Orbit Minmus. Got 95,000 for that. Love that. Still looking for highlands as we enter the dark side. There's our highlands. Got it. Alright. Just gonna even that out. Alright, now let's start planning where the heck we're gonna land. Let's say we get these two first. Or we could do this one. Now let's bang these two out at the same time. That sounded wrong. We're just gonna tilt up and pull it in and up and in. And that should cause us to land approximately in that region. So we should aim for one of them first. Let's aim for the lower one first. It's very twitchy, this thing. See what I mean? We'll try for something like that first. Maybe we're gonna pull it just a little lower. A little more prograde. Because the planet is gonna rotate as we go. In fact, let's just see. It's gonna be right on the day-night terminator by the time we get there. Go just a little more prograde. That should do us. Should essentially land us right there. I'm going to activate nav for Dinkelstein's Breach. Alright, Mr. Dinkelstein. Show us how we get there. Gonna need to turn over here. Gonna be a 6-second burn. Gonna go about half thrust for this particular burn. Alright, let's take a look. Not bad. It's gonna be very, very close, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to keep myself pointed at old Dinkelstein here. Or perhaps, what am I going to point at? I'll point at the retrograde just to make sure that we are slowing down effectively. I'm also going to ditch this tank at some point. Because we're not going to really need it after a while. Looks like we're going to be relatively right on top of it, which is impressive for me. It's probably, where is it? It's like right on top of this little hill. Over yon, hither and yon. I wish it showed it on this screen. I'm going to take a look at my surface just to make sure that my altitude above terrain makes sense. Oh, okay, we've entered Dinkelstein's Breach. Do I ever need to land? Maybe. I don't know. We might as well just land here anyways. Might as well just land, get ourselves situated. This way I can kind of figure out where I'm going next. Plus, I never removed the data from whatever that was, so yes, that's fine. We do need to land and take. Oh, I don't have surface samples. Oh, that's so sad. Ugh, that's all right. We'll have to come back here in another mission. That's okay. Alright, this is getting down to the nitty-gritty, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jettison this thing. And hope and pray that this landing gear is good enough. Surface would be nice, there we go. What also would have been nice would have been some lights. Some landing lights. But hey, you can't have everything, right? Unless you're like, you know, talented or something. Oh god. Look at how far up that thing went. There's no gravity here. There is essentially no gravity on this place. Alright. Stay still. Okay, we did it. We did it. Alright. We're here. We need to do the temp scan, but first, well, first let's do this. Crew report. Midlands. Wow, did that thing just land again? Holy crap. This is insane. Observe from the Midlands, and we're going to want to observe as well. Looks like dessert. Yes, indeed. Let's get her out. Just above the Midlands. We'll just board. Okay, we're bored anyway. Fine. And let's get out. What we need to do is essentially collect this data. Ow, there's no gravity here. Did I say that already? Oh, come on. Wow. I'm obviously very good at this game, as you can see. I'm in perfect control of my Kerbal. Nothing could possibly ever go wrong here on Minmus. She's having a great time. Oh, God. Oh, that was nice. Take data. There we go. That's all I needed to do. Oh my goodness. That took like entirely too long. Okay. Let's plant the old flag. EVA from the surface. Plant the old flag. Unfortunately, I don't have surface samples enabled, so we can't be taking any of those. Unfortunately, that would be so much more science, but oh well. Valentina at Midlands. So that should satisfy another contract for us. Wow, 193,000 for that. I'll take it. I'm going to try not to use the jetpack as much as possible because I'm realizing now that some monopropellant would have been good to refuel this jetpack of hers. Wow, that goes pretty high. Grab and board. So now let's take the temperature scan. We'll keep it. Okay. So we got to get above this area. Might as well do that. To, what is it, 64,000 meters above Dinklesberg. We'll kind of just head that way as well. Here we go, this should do it. There we go, got that one. Thank God. Alright, so now we gotta get over here. Kraken's Vantage, which is this direction. We'll just point the spacecraft that way. We'll just blast ourselves over there. So this one must be, oh, 7,000 meters above. So we should still be there by the time we get close to there. I wonder if I have to take that data. Might as well, anyway, just to be on the safe side. Oh, it does refuel her ship, anyway. Never mind, then. I'm silly. Take the data. Okay. Oop, we want to go down, F, and B. Okay, maybe we don't have to take it. I don't know. I'm still pretty new at this stuff. You're entering Kraken's Vantage. Log it. Got it. Cool. Now we gotta find sector QF7 and sector QRD, which unfortunately on the other side of the moon here. But if we just, let's see, if we just kept going around, I think we'd eventually hit near this area. Essentially are going to have to boost ourselves back into orbit. Yeah, so we'll swing around, we'll catch this one. We'll just pull it up. And in. And so this one, what is this one? This is QF7. QF7 wants it below 5,900 meters of QF7. So we can essentially land on QF7, which I think is what we're going to do. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what I want to do. So we'll just swing around. Hopefully we won't smack into any mountains in the way. Luckily it's in the light. Wow, we are just barely above the surface. It's slightly terrifying, seeing as though I can't really see the surface too well. I'm just gonna have to rely on my altitude above terrain is 3,000. So I'll just rely on my instruments to tell me the truth here. Let's go ahead and just start this one up. And that should do us. Yeah, I think I will land there. Just so that I can readjust to get down to the poles. Sun should be coming up. This view is so confusing me. There we go, that seems a little nicer. Should be crossing over one of the flats now. The greater flats. Let's just make sure I have that data. Yes, there we go. We're going to be skimming the surface here. Essentially, while we get over to sector QF7. Almost there. And we are at the appropriate altitude. But like I said, I think I am going to land here anyway. Okay, we are entering sector QF7. Sector ZZ plural Z Alpha. If you guys read Hitchhiker's Guide, you would know. we're just gonna log this. That does it for that one. Cool. And again, I'm just going to land just because I have the fuel and I just want to make sure that I'm oriented properly. There's our shadow. Useful to find that. And there we are. Landed again. Fortunately, we don't have any scientists. Oh man, now I'm kicking myself because if I had brought a scientist, I could just reset and redeploy each of these experiments. But, alas, I'm a moron, so what are you gonna do? You could do this. Crew report from Lowlands, send it back. 22 science. As it is, we're picking up a crap load. Minmus is like a gold mine for science. Alright. Last but not least, activate the nav. And we're just going to basically go south. I think that's how we're going to do that. I'm just going to head south right at it. We need to be above 6,200 when we get there. That should do it for us. And heck, we can even collect the polar data, so might as well land there too. We're at the poles, gonna do a quick EVA above the poles. Get back in. We should nearly be there. There we go. That did it. Just needed to be kind of near it. So that's it. We have all that data, all the data we need. 5 contracts complete. Nice. Awesome. Any other contracts that we need to get from here? Orbited Minmus. That's the tourist one. Temperature scan of Minmus. Plan flag on Minmus. We can go home now. So, that's what we're going to do. Basically, we need to get ourselves back into basically a polar orbit. So, let's see. How should we accomplish this? Not a polar orbit. Well, it doesn't really actually matter too much. But I think we'll do something like this. And right around here, we'll just kind of We'll do something like that. Landing gear in. Here we go, just putting myself into a stable orbit, which I can then plan how to get home. There we go. So to get home, let's burn backwards along the orbit. Something like that. Something about like that. Getting ready for our say goodbye to Minmus burn. And here we go. That's it for us. Let's just make sure that our Kerbal periapsis is at about 28 or 27. Right about there. That's fine. That'll do us. We did make it with about half the fuel left. Of course, I ended up dumping out so much fuel. But what are you gonna do, huh? It's Kerbal Space Program. Say goodbye to Minmus. There we go, and now we will take our long nosedive off. But before we do that, what we should probably do is actually grab all the science from all of our materials stuff here. Because that isn't coming back with us. Remove the data. We cannot restore it because we're not a scientist. All the data is stored. We have a crap load of it. Let's go ahead and take our nosedive off the planet now. I always love this. If of course I could find Kerbal, that would be nice. Here it comes. Gotta make those noises when you're doing it too. Cool. Alright. Let's see. Basically gonna come in. Looks like nowhere near Kerbal. Or the KFC. The KSC. That's fine though. That might be the Kerbal continent right there. Yeah, we're gonna be just a bit past it. Oh well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. I'm gonna try a little something here. Since I really want to know if that heat shield is good enough, I'm gonna just let this stuff go. Just gonna make sure our periapsis is correct. Yep, 25, that'll do us. And let's let it go. Gotta make sure, hopefully this heat shield will hold. If not, oops. Alright, here we go. Hopefully Valentina will hold us steady. Ablator is ablating. I'm going to say without a doubt we're probably going to lose these battery packs. possibly the goo as well. But that's why we saved everything. Lander can seems to be hanging in there just fine. Here's our orbit closing up. We are a friggin' comet speeding through. Astonishingly, no temperature warnings yet. That's unbelievable. I love that moon sinking down. There we are. We are now most certainly going to land on the planet. Unfortunately, we're heading for some mountains, which is never good. It's never a good thing, ever. On the bright side, it looks like this heat shield is doing the job. Even though it looks like it totally shouldn't be. We are going to head right for those mountains. Question is, do we have enough velocity to get to the center there, or should I deploy chutes and hope for a landing here? Oh boy. I'm going to be daring. Let's try to land right over here. Although I don't know. I don't like this one bit, guys. I'm deploying now. Come on, pull me back. Pull me back. I do not want to land on those cliffs. Hopefully in this nice green area here would be nice. Looks like we are maybe gonna get lucky. We might get lucky. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. Just at the foothills here, just at the base of the mountain. And in the last second of split decision quickness, Valentina Kerman pulls the chute to save her from going over the mountains, and it seems to have paid off. I think she's going to be just fine. I'm going to activate the SAS just to make sure that we land flat. And there we have it. Beautifully done, Valentina. Excellently executed. Here we are, wherever the heck we are. Can we do a crew report? I always like to check. Kerbal Highlands, we'll keep it. Why not? We'll call that a mission. Let's see what we got. We racked up 672 signs, and believe it or not, we could have done probably twice that amount if I had brought a scientist on board who would have been able to reset the experiments, would have been able to hop around to the different biomes and collect materials and goo from every single spot. That would have been maybe even tripled. I'm not even sure, but here's everything we got. Basically tons of EVAs, couple materials, couple goos, couple scans to bring us up to 972 science. Couple parts recovered, and Valentina gained 6 XP to level 2. Very nice. And it brings our bankroll up to 938,000. So I feel pretty good now about upgrading the research and development. And there we have it, level 2 R&D. So now that means our science limit is 500. We can now collect surface samples, and we can transfer resources, which I didn't realize we weren't able to do. So that's good that we're able to do this. Down to 261,000, but that should be enough. We can do some little contracts to get our bankroll back up again, and maybe try to hit for Duna next. Who knows? But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode.